Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Truth Council 23 with me, Truth Nunez, in our spiritual council. Welcome to this special read. I guess it will be a read depending on what messages come out, but that's not the intention. The intention is actually to explain to you how to read with the 32, my lovies. And so welcome. If you were brought here, it is for a reason. So I hope you get whatever you need. And sometimes it's for a season and sometimes for a lifetime. But we're going to go ahead and get started right away. I do want to honor our spiritual council as always, and they're always present. And I invite you to do the same just by bowing and thanking the energies for being present. So the 32, a lot of people get surprised when they see me read with these. So you take a 52 card playing deck, and then you're able to read certain energies. Everything is a language, and these energies communicate a language. And so old divination, actually, a lot of the playing card games come from divination, come from these energies, and they express themselves in different ways, and they take on different forms. So you have like Pokemon cards, and then you have like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then you have, that communicate different energies. And sometimes we feel like it's all a coincidence, right? It's just a playing thing. It's just a game. But in reality, these are energies that are communicating throughout different experiences of our lives. And so the 32, for me, I was actually introduced to the 32 a little bit later. Earlier in my initiation and studies, I was actually working with the Baraja Española. A lot of my community, or what we call the Latin American community, the Spanish community, they work with La Baraja Española. And so I was introduced to La Baraja when I was in my teenage years by people in our community. My family comes from the Dominican Republic, and so a lot of people work with La Baraja Española to communicate. But it is essentially the same concept. The 32 is a little bit different in that I feel like it can highlight a general sense of very mundane situations. For example, work situations, home situations, contracts, and things of that sort. It can also communicate different energies, but as an intuitive reader and a channeler and a medium, I like to also develop as the energies communicate with me. One thing that is very important, if you do decide to purchase a deck for yourself to read for yourself, I do recommend creating and establishing a relationship. You can start by pulling one card per day and seeing what comes out, and just to develop a connection with them, because these are breathing and living entities. I know it sounds a little like, oh, it's just a card. You know what Spirit's showing us? It's like the teapots that speak in the cartoons. There's a reason. Everything holds a memory. Everything holds energy. And so these energies work that same way. They hold memories. Some people think you can sage them and cleanse them. You can definitely charge them with the energies around. But in terms of cleansing this is like, for example, the equivalent of trying to reset somebody's complete DNA by saging them. It will take off some of the layer memory, but these, you can tell how they have memory. They're bent. They have memory. If they didn't, they would be straight. So they will always hold memory. That's why it's also important to know where you're getting your cards from. Passed down through generations, you can inherit decks, but in terms of actually purchasing or receiving from some random stranger, I would rather purchase. Get yourself a new deck and start anew. And then some people have rituals. You can name your decks. You can do all types of things. I like to keep it simple. I like to just, open it up. When you get a new deck, you actually can make a wish, and it will work to grant you your wish, because these are energies. So it will pull in energies to facilitate that. You as its master, you as its teacher, but you as its channel, because you are also feeding these energies. So when you first get yourself a deck, you open it up, when you break the seal, you make a wish. And from there, they will work in your favor. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. You will definitely get it. So there are 4 suits. We take a full deck, and so we're going to pull from each suit. However, we're not going to use all of the cards in the deck. What you will be using is, from every suit, you're going to pull out the aces, you're going to pull out the 7s, you're going to pull out the 8s, you're going to pull out the 9s, you're going to pull out the 10s, the jacks, the queens, and the kings. And everything is speaking. So even the fact that we are starting with the diamond energy, which is related to the energy of fire, it tells you something. So we're very in activity. This group, everybody that will be watching this, it's very passion. And it makes sense, because this can be a passion for some. This is a new idea. This is a new inspiration to try something different, to work with the energies in a different way. I think it's really beautiful. But so we have the suit of diamonds, which corresponds to fire energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy. We have the spades, which qualify to represent air energy. So Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. We also have the seasons through this, but we'll get to that in the next video that we make for this. We have the clubs energy, which are correspond to earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. And then we have the hearts, and those the suit corresponds to the signs of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, which are the water signs. So when you're looking at these, very action oriented or movement energy, the spades, very thought oriented or psychic energy, the clubs, very earthly, tangible energy, and the heart's very emotive, emotional, fluid energy, how things flow. So beginning with the diamonds, we have the Ace of Diamonds. The Ace of Diamonds tends to bring in the energy of an announcement or some type of news. It could be social news. It could be it could even represent a letter, depending on the energies around it. And we will make more follow-up videos so you see what we mean by that. For example, if it's next to the 8 of clubs, you will be receiving some type of post mail, and it will come, and it'll be documentation or paperwork that you had been expecting. This is news that eventually does lead to some type of face-to-face, or there's some action that needs to be taken. The 7 of Diamonds energy is anger. This represents anger. In the 32, this represents anger. 7 of Diamonds is a rage. There are certain energies that I do, you can read all of these reversed or not reversed. There are certain exceptions, but for our purposes in readings, the most important ones to read, I will highlight as we go through them in terms of reversals. This one would be 1. The 7 of Diamonds, when it is like this is rage. This is someone is very, very upset. It brings in very heated energy. As a channeler, when it comes in, I feel it. It feels like heat. It feels like anger, like rage. It usually comes in with all types of cursing, whether it be curse work, whether it be someone just cursing, like, mundane, what we call curses. But this is someone that's very, very upset about a situation. When it is in the reverse, it means it's just someone that, it's like something that annoyed you. It's like an annoyance. It got a little bit of heat going in you, but you were able to settle it. This is rage. 8 of Diamonds energy is movement. So now we start to get into the movement. And again, there's a theme with movement in this suit. 8 of Diamonds energy is movement not too far from where you live. So this could take you maybe within a 2 to 5 mile radius of where you normally stay. Also keeping in mind that the energies do pick up on not live like we think live. For example, You could be staying somewhere temporarily and it would come up with an Ace of Hearts, meaning temporarily that is your home. Technically, in spirit, spirit recognizes this as your home. The spirits are present. They're like, we recognize this as your home. Your physical address is your energetic signature as a human body. And certain beings can find you using that energetic signature. For our purposes in our society, we have addresses. You may change your address, the physical property outside of yourself to kind of represent this temple. But this is the temple of spirit and where you reside. So not too far from where you live, 2 to 5 mile radius most of the time. And you will be traveling there, or you need to travel in your area. 9 of Diamonds energy brings a delay. It brings in a retarded process or something that has been slowed down. And then again, depending on the energies around it and the energies that I am channeling in as a channeler, and for some of you who are, working with these gifts, you can either tell if it's someone that's slowing it down, or it's the energies that are slowed down for, existential reasons. That's how it's coming in. For external, causes that you can't really quantify at that particular time. But 9 of Diamonds energy slows things down. There's some type of a retarded process. Oftentimes, depending on how slowed it is, it could actually come to a screeching halt. And that's where we have the 9 of Spades energy, which is a complete block, meaning this thing is not moving. You have to go another way. This is more, it could represent a detour in a situation. It could represent some type of deviation, but you come back later. But there is some type of a slowdown in a situation. 10 of Diamonds energy, now we get to a little bit of a longer distance. So 10 of Diamonds energy in the 32 represents travels maybe an hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour or so from where you live, maybe even 2, depending on, again, the energies around it. They will tell you. Oftentimes, if it's a huge trip, for example, you have to fly to a neighboring city and then fly out of that neighboring city, you'll see this next to the King of Diamonds, because the King of Diamonds brings in regional travel. This brings in, about an hour or so from where you live. 10 of Diamonds energy. 10 of Diamonds can also bring in a change in residence. So you were staying somewhere, you had a temporary house somewhere, now you will move somewhere else. This could be movement. This could also announce big changes in your life. Big changes such as, you're getting a promotion, because this is also very work-oriented energy. You're getting a promotion. You're getting some type of change where you're going to buy something or you're going to make a big purchase. And I'm talking, this is a significant purchase. It's like you had no TV and now you have a big screen TV. Everything is coming in for a reason. So changes, big changes in your life. Jack of Diamonds is a messenger that comes in very quickly, and normally it's to deliver really good news. It usually unlocks a situation for you. This often comes in with the Ace of Diamonds because you get a news or a face-to-face that leads to some type of an opening. This is a messenger. Again, the energies around it, you can tell you who is the messenger. The Queen of Hearts, you're getting a message from a sister, a friend, or a daughter. The King of Hearts, you're getting a message from a father or a well-meaning man. So you'll know the energies around this will tell you who's delivering this really good message. And it's oftentimes coming in very, very quickly. Normally, and more often than not, it is kind of unexpected. It tends to be unexpected, but it's almost like that something is coming, like a premeditated something or other. You know that something is coming, but you're not really sure. And something about someone's brother, but it's all right. Queen of Diamonds energy. This is a female who does not have your best interest in mind. The Queen of Diamonds is a female who does not have your best interest in mind. Again, it is a female. The Queen of Diamonds is a female who does not have your best interest in mind. There are, again, some certain combinations that can let you know who this is. And we will discuss that as we go through these videos. But for now, all you have to know is the Queen of Diamonds is a female that does not have your best interest in mind. If you want to start reading, for example, and you have a deck now, and a female, for example, a Queen of Hearts comes out next to the Queen of Diamonds, this is a good indicator that that Queen of Hearts, your sister, a friend, or a daughter, is not having your best interest in mind. Is she forever not going to have your best interest in mind? Not necessarily. Again, as a channeler, you can feel how deeply or get a sense of weight that this energy has in someone's life. Oftentimes, more often than not, I see that these energies could be a little fickle. Depends again on timing and other energies coming in with it. But I would always watch out for this energy. The Queen of Diamonds, when it comes out, for example, with a partner, especially if it's a female that is having her cards read, the querent, and this woman comes out next to her partner as the King of Clubs is representing her partner. This female comes out next to him. I would caution the relationship. 1511 was on the clock for some. 11 keeps coming out, but I'm trying like to keep it in the flow, but it's like messages are always coming in. Even those two females I just walked by. King of Diamonds energy. You have international travel for some. So this is international travel. You have distance travel. So this can also bring in regional. For example, if you live in the United States and you live in, let's say, for some of you, I'm getting Southeast Asia. For some of you, and I was also getting India. But let's start with India because India came in first. So let's say you live in like northern India and you want to go down from like you want to go from India, let's say from Bangalore to Bangladesh. You know, that's a decent travel, something like that. If you are in the United States, if you want to go from, I don't know, Texas to Florida, that's the King of Diamonds energy. If you are in Southeast Asia, let's see. If you want to go from the Philippines to Singapore, that's a King of Diamonds. So, check me on my geography there. Anyway, so King of Diamonds and long distance travels. A lot is coming in, my lovies. I'm trying to keep it like to the tutorial, but it's like I want to go into the reading. But King of Diamonds energy, distance travel, regional travel, international travel. King of Diamonds can also bring in the energy of someone in a uniform. We can get into these things later, and it depends on how deep you want to go into these things, but the symbolism is also very important in the cards. So for example, out of all of the queens, the Queen of Spades is the only one that has a weapon. All of the gentlemen have a weapon in their hand. The King of Diamonds represents someone in the military, someone in uniform, an officer of some sort. The King of Diamonds can also bring in the energy of someone who has foreign origins than you. So for example, my family's from the Dominican Republic, and I'm working with someone who is from France. Technically, that person has foreign origins than I do. Something like that. King of Diamonds energy, distance travels, distant moves, foreign origins, someone in uniform, someone in the military. And then again, depending on the energies around it, it could bring in certain other energies, but the gist is that. Voila. So those are the diamonds. Moving on to the spades. So we have the Ace of Spades is an agreement, it's an arrangement, it's a contract. This is a binding something or other. Oftentimes comes in with a signature. You are going to sign a new contract. You are going to sign to purchase X amount of whatever. You're going to sign for that way bill. You're going to sign for that Amazon package. You're going to, do you have to sign for Amazon packages? I don't think so. Anyway, you're going to sign for something. You're going to sign for that priority mail. You're going to sign for that, credit card, the back of that credit card, and that binds you to that contract. So it is a signature. Oftentimes it's a signature. It's some type of contract. Seven of Spades, it is certainly. In the 32, this is certainly, certain events. Certainly, this is what happened. Certainly, this is what you can expect. Certainly, Nine of Diamonds. There are certainly delays. Certainly, it is blocked. Oh, thank you, my lovies. I mean, we'll do combinations again, but again, for example, certainly there will be a signature. But Ace of Spades with a Nine of Spades is an ending or a death. So certainly, Ace of Spades with a Nine of Spades, there's an ending of a contract, there's an ending of a situation, and it is not coming back, or there is a death. Certainly. Seven of Spades is certainly. Eight of Spades, you're not feeling well. This is psychological or physical states of dis-ease, just being out of ease. Now, depending on how extreme you want that to get and how long you want to rest in dis-ease will determine the gravity of the situation. When the 8 of spades and a king of spades come out together, you have some type of hospitalization because things are, or you have a hospital checkup or whatnot. Again, we'll do combinations later. But 8 of spades energy is states of physical or psychological dis-ease, being out of ease. And it leads to some type of manifestation where you don't feel good. It could also bring in stress. Stress is the leading cause of a lot of issues for a lot of people. So 8 of spades energy, psychological or physical states of dis-ease, being out of ease. 9 of spades is a block. The situation is blocked. There's another option coming in, and Spirit again gives us always opportunities to explore that with the energies around the energy. But 9 of spades is a block in a situation. It's not happening. It is a block. However, if it comes out like this, it means the situation is now unblocked. So whatever was blocked, whatever you were running into that was not working, and Spirit's like, let it go. You can come back later for it. Now it's unblocked. When it is in the reverse, you see the center. When this is in the reverse, that means the situation is now unblocked. So you can proceed. I still would proceed with caution, especially if something was blocked for a really long time, because now there needs to be some type of a recovery period. So this always tells you something is unblocked, but I would caution and tread lightly as you enter back into that energy because it was blocked for a long time. It's like, you know, like you have to cool something down, or like certain temperatures of you know, when you cook something, and it's like if you take it from one extreme to the other, it could either rot it or it could spoil it, or if you don't move it fast enough. So you have to temper these things as you unblock situations for some. 10 of spades is in this present moment. So 10 of spades brings in the energy of immediacy. So 10 of spades, for example, if you watch the daily videos that we do, 10 of spades energy within the next, you know, maybe even as you're watching the video, something is going to happen. Maybe a couple of hours later, no more than 24 to 48 hours after will something occur. 10 of spades is immediacy. Again, spiritual time is, you know, our Gregorian construct of time makes us think very linearly, very like this is the construct and this is when it's supposed to happen. Spiritual time is a little bit more fluid, circular, and other shapes too. 2211 was on the clock. Jack of spades. Jack of spades energy is a man. First and foremost, it's a one man, or it is a group of men, or it is a group of men and women, or it is a group of women who do not have your best interest in mind. When the Jack of spades and the 8 of spades come out together, that is not a good sign. Jack of spades and 8 of spades together can signal people that are willing to harm you. Depending on the energies around you, they're willing to build a legal case around you to harm you, or build up, you know, false testimonies around your character, around what you do, whatever. This could be in a work situation, this could be in family, this could be, again, depending on the energies that come around it, it will let you know who these people are, or give you some type of a pointer as to who these people are in your life at this particular time. The Jack of spades with the 8 of spades could also signify, for those who know, black magic, white magic, whatever you want to call it, negative energetic practices to harm you. This could also bring in someone that is willing to physically harm you. The Jack of spades with the 8 of spades. By itself, it's not that sinister. Jack of spades energy is an opposing force. So for example, it's a gentleman in a work situation, works in government, is supposed to approve some documents for you. This person is very set in his procedures. He is not going to move for anybody. This is an opposing force, and he can make things very difficult depending on how he feels. Jack of spades is not necessarily people that have your best interest in mind. They may or may not do what is right depending on what they feel and how they want to sleep at night. It is not up to you whether or not you can control these energies. It's more how you work with these energies, because they do bring in resistance. The Queen of Spades is a mother. First and foremost, it represents your mother. The Queen of Spades is your mother. The Queen of Spades can also represent an older female around you. If she is about, let's say, you know, 40s is the new 20s. So let's say she's, you know, 50 years of age or older, or around that age, depending on how she's aging. But this is, normally about 50 years of age or older, single, widowed, or divorced. If she's not single, widowed, or divorced, it's an older female around you. This can also represent you as a querent if you are an older female. Queen of Spades, or a queenie, or it could represent an older female around you. The Queen of Spades can also bring in ancestral energy. So it could bring in an ancestor. And it's usually the first one that you think about. King of Spades energy, it is the legal, it's a legal institution, a medical institution. It could be a banking institution. It could be any organization or a group of people that come together to make up laws to govern others. If you get it, you get it. It could bring in a medical setting. It could bring in, again, a legal setting. It could bring in a supermarket, depending on how the energies are set up. It could bring in a gym. It could bring in a corporate setting. It could bring in big organizations. King of Spades energy. It could also bring in a judge. It could bring in a boss. Depending on if it's with the King of Clubs, it could bring in your boss in an organization. It could also bring in a legal person. For example, if it comes in with the Jack of Clubs and the King of Spades, it normally brings in some type of lawyer or someone who is advocating for a legal entity. These are people that have, or a group that has, some type of legal entity or some type of a bind to govern others. In any way, right? Like corporations govern us in one way or another, right? Right. Ace of Clubs energy is success. Success in what? You'll know, because it's going to be the energies around it. So for example, Ace of Clubs with a 10 of Clubs, you have success when it comes to a significant amount of money, several thousand, maybe even a few 100,000, depending on the energies around it. Success, for example, if it comes in with the 9 of Clubs energy, then you're talking about success in a work situation, or when it comes to employment. Ace of Clubs is success. When you have success, Ace of Clubs with the Ace of Hearts, success when it comes to the home, when it comes to the couple, or when it comes to other situations. Take it how it resonates. Ace of Clubs is always success. Even if you have something, for example, like the 9 of Spades with the Ace of Spades, which is a death, and then the Ace of Clubs comes over it, then that will signify that even if something ended, it is for the best. And normally it is. With every ending comes a new beginning. Ace of Clubs energy, success. 7 of Clubs energy, communication. These are text messages. These are phone calls. Most of the time it's a written communication. So it could be a text message that eventually leads to a phone call. It could be emailing. It could be social media. It could be anything that is written. 8 of Clubs is paperwork. 8 of Clubs can also represent a young brunette. 8 of Clubs energy can also represent a baby girl. 8 of Clubs energy is normally someone in administration. If it's representing a female, it is someone in administration or someone that works as a secretary, or it could work a medical assistant, or for some it could be an esthetician. Someone that works in some type of, it tends to be that energy which is related to the feminine. So someone, or feminine, like a nurse or something like that. Someone that handles administration, or maybe even vitals, or maybe even paperwork, things that are paperwork, very paperwork related energy. But again, it could represent a young brunette for some. It could also give you, for example, if the King of Diamonds comes in with a King of Spades, with a Jack of Clubs, with an 8 of Clubs, that could represent a gentleman who's slightly younger or slightly older than you, who likes to look good, who likes to dress well. This person could be in a relationship with a female who is an 8 of Clubs, a younger brunette, or this person himself could have dark hair. So it kind of also gives you an indication as to the physical features of somebody. 9 of Clubs is work. Also keeping in mind, the 8 of Clubs can be a small sum of money. It could also be like $50, $100, no more than that, or $50, $100, no more than that. 9 of Clubs energy is work. 9 of Clubs energy, first and foremost, it's your work, what you do for a living. It can also bring in work in the non-conventional sense, meaning if you are a student, you work. If you are a mother and you're doing labor around the house, you're working in the house. If you are a teacher, but you need to go and run an errand at a supermarket, so technically you were there for work, Spirit recognizes it as you're working. If you are in a gym, you're working in the gym. You're doing work. It is an energy exchange. You're transmuting energies. You're using one form of energy and converting it into another energy. So you're working. That's how the general sense of, in terms of work. So Nine of Clubs is work. Nine of Clubs can also bring in a significant amount of money. It could bring in a few $100s up to maybe $2,000. Nine of Clubs energy can bring in a significant amount of money. It could bring in a bonus. It could bring in a raise as well. 10 of Clubs energy is a lot of money and family legacy. 10 of Clubs energy, the things that have to do with a significant amount of money. Now we're talking about thousands of dollars, if not more. Again, depending on the energies around it. If you have the 8 of Clubs, the 9 of Clubs, and the 10 of Clubs all together with success, you are getting paid very well. You can expect a lot of money. With the Ace of Spades, there could be a contract that you're going to sign, and it's going to be for a significant amount of money. For some of you, you are worried about a contract that has to do with a significant amount of money, because I'm getting the 8 of Spades energy with that. But don't be worried, my lovies. You got the Ace of Clubs that came in the lineage with that. In the lineage, maybe for some of you, it has to do with your lineage. Anyways, 10 of Clubs energy. It does have to do with lineage as well. But in most of the mundane readings, it's a lot of money. Having to spend a lot of money, or having to transfer money, or having to talk about a lot of money. Again, it depends on the energies around it that are coming in with it. For some of you, you are readers and you get visions, so you pay attention to the visions that come in with it as well. Jack of Clubs energy. So you have a man. Normally it's a gentleman. Someone with a penis, that was born with a penis. Jack of Clubs energy is a gentleman, slightly younger or slightly older than you. This person likes to look good. They like to dress well. They like to take care of themselves. In general readings, it's a little bit different because I'm reading for the general, so I do go based off of what spirit tells us. This could be a female in this type of energy, so somebody, take it how it resonates at this point. But Jack of Clubs could represent a female, someone born with a vagina that is in this energy, likes to look good, likes to dress well, but could be immature. This energy can bring in someone that's very immature, could be someone very ambitious. In terms of age, this person would be no more than 10 years older or younger on either end than you. Unless it's a child, then that's different. A child comes in with different energies. But Jack of Clubs, and we'll see the combination for that as well. Again, for the most part, energies, I don't read for children, but Jack of Clubs, unless spirit gives us a vision of a child, and then we go into that. But Jack of Clubs is someone that likes to look good, likes to dress well, likes to take care of themselves. This person could be, again, depending on the combination, it could be someone in the military, it could be someone in uniform, it could be a professional of some sort, it could be a doctor, it could be a lawyer, this could be a friend, this could be an ex. Take it how it resonates. We basically go based off of the energies around it. However, the energies resonate within you. The Queen of Clubs is the querent as a female. The Queen of Clubs represents the female querent. Or if you are dating a female, it represents your partner. And by dating, I mean committed in spirit to this female, have some type of a relationship with this female, like we are actually in a partnership. The King of Clubs represents the querent as a male, or your partner as a male. Ace of Hearts energy is the home. This is your home before anything, or your physical address, wherever you're staying. It could also be a vacation rental. It could be your temporary housing. It could be a room. It could be wherever you're staying. It could be your condo. It could be your RV. It could be your car if you live in your car. It could be a box if you live in a box. It could be under your tree if you live in a tree house. Wherever you live, wherever you reside, wherever you like to reside, that makes you feel good. This is your home. Ace of Hearts is also the couple. Ace of Hearts is also your family, meaning the family you were born into, or the family you've created, depending on the energies around it. Seven of Hearts is a pregnancy. If you get pregnant, you can reach out to your sister friend for doula services, specializing in home births. Seven of Hearts energy. The home, no, definitely not the home. For some of you home births, you do want home births. Yeah, my lovies, contact me. Seven of Hearts energy, though, it is a new beginning. For some of you have a new beginning when it comes to a home. Seven of Hearts energy is a new beginning. It is a pregnancy, or it is a reconciliation. Seven of Hearts energy, When it is a pregnancy, it could be your pregnancy, or you could be learning of a pregnancy around you. When it is a reconciliation, the cards around will tell you what kind of, or the energies that are coming in with it will tell you what kind of reconciliation, if it's going to be successful or not. Normally, you know, again, you read the energies around it. And a new beginning, again, the energies around it will tell you, you have a new work opportunity, you have a new contract, you have new money coming in, you have new friends coming in, you have a new relationship coming in. You'll see that around the energies. 8 of Hearts energy is a surprise, and it can also represent a blonde female. 8 of Hearts energy is a surprise. It's something that is going to catch you by surprise. It can also represent a date. 8 of Hearts energy is a surprise. Again, for some, a surprise, a blonde female, or a date. 9 of Hearts energy is joy. Happiness, joy, contentment, satisfaction. 10 of Hearts energy is your projects. 10 of Hearts energy can also bring in, with the 10 of Diamonds energy, a neighboring city that will become your home. 10 of Hearts energy is projects that are going to make you very happy. Projects that are near and dear to your heart. Jack of Hearts energy is a brother. Hit pause for a second. Jack of Hearts energy is a brother, it's a friend, or it is a son, or a well-meaning man. Queen of Hearts energy is a sister, a friend, or a daughter, or a well-meaning female when she's by herself and when he's by himself. And King of Hearts energy is your father. It is a well-meaning gentleman. And for some, it could be your partner in a reading. When the King of Hearts and the Queen of Clubs and the King of Clubs come out, this is a very strong, emotionally loving, satisfying relationship with your significant other. I actually prefer when the King of Hearts and the King of Clubs come out in a reading when it comes to couples, because it is a really good sign that there are genuine feelings and intentions in this relationship. Boom. Boom by Coot. That was it for this reading. That's for this reading. That was it for, this reading to allow you to read. That was it for the reading of these cards to explain to you what they are. I will come back for more. So we'll be doing combinations, and then we'll go from there. We'll be doing simple combinations, and then we'll see how it grows as we do more. Maybe over the next couple of days. We'll see. We'll do it. We got time. We'll do it. Anyways, my lovies, it was an honor. It was a pleasure. It was such a pleasure. I really hope you like this. If you have questions, comment below. If you are shy and you don't want to comment, you can also email if you want to book a reading and get the experience and just feel it, because it is something that I feel it's a gift. You can always book on our website at truthcouncil23.com. If not, just watch out for our next video. Thank you to all of the subscribers and those that will subscribe. And until next time, my lovies, in love always, in love always, in love always and forever.